Welcome to All Pets Considered. Our show strives to find the right homes for animals who have none. We also hope that our show can help to improve the quality of life for not only area pets, but their owners as well. But first, as always, we'll start tonight's show by meeting our wonderful set pet. Tonight, Chauncey's with us. He is a great cat, domestic medium hair. He was found as a stray in Springdale, adopted by one of our production crew. He's in a great and loving home now. Tonight, our Adoption Options segment is with Springdale Animal Services. Brett, welcome to the show. Springdale Animal Services always brings great adoptable animals to All Pets Considered. So the first thing we want to do is make sure everybody knows how they're going to get a hold of you so we can get them all homes.
The easiest place is to go online, petfinder.com. We list all of our adoptable pets on there. If those aren't quite up to date, you can reach us down at the shelter at 321 Randall Wilby Lane. We're also available by phone at 750-8166 or 750-8163. You're also welcome to look at us online at the city webpage at Springdale.
Any possible way to find a home for an animal, no doubt about it. And honestly, this time of year with the heat and everything going on, a lot of people aren't getting out as much, but we want to remember our pets and how many are in shelters that need homes. You guys actually have a little microchip clinic coming up too that, boy, if anyone needs a microchip, it's the place to be. So tell us about that.
Pretty good deal. We do a few throughout the summer months. We're this Saturday, July 16th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the shelter. There's no appointment need to be made. Just show up. We ask, you can go online to get the information on it, but basically having animals on leash or in crates. And be sure, especially with the hot weather, not leaving them unattended in a parked car. It only takes a few minutes, but we'll be doing that 1 to 3 this Saturday, $20 microchipping. It gives you lifetime registration with Springdale Animal Services, whether you're a resident or not.
I was going to ask that. Do we have to be a resident of Springdale city limits then to get your $20 microchip?
Not at all. Not at all. We're happy to do it for anybody that's interested. The more pets we get microchipped, the more we can send home. And a lot of times if Animal Control picks them up, they scan them on the truck. They don't even make the trip back to the shelter.
Just recently, the news article about the dog that had been missing for so long, and the microchip is what got that dog after 7 or 8 years back with its owner. So I encourage everyone to microchip. I know you do, and it is the law in the city limits of Springdale that your pet is microchipped. So lots of good reasons to get out this Saturday. $20 is an excellent deal on a microchip, and it gets you your pet back. So
keeping that information current as well. If you get the chip, make sure if you move or change your phone number, call the chip company. If you don't keep it current with them, at least call who chipped it for you, and that would be us on this case, and give us the updated information.
Right. Well, we do have just, I want to look at all the animals, but I just want to mention to everybody about volunteers. And there's so many places that shelters can use volunteers, just socialization, petting. So any of the viewers, any people who might be interested, maybe can't adopt a pet but want to help, you accept volunteers as well.
Volunteers, adults, children are welcome if they're accompanied by a parent. So we can put anybody to work. And there's other opportunities too, whether it's foster program or promoting our animals at different events. Different retailers will let us set up displays. So there's something for everybody. So if your gig isn't coming down and necessarily hands-on, we can find another option for you as well.
So many, many ways to help the animals in Northwest Arkansas, specifically Springdale. Just call and say, this is what I'm capable of. How can you use me? So no doubt. Let's get to the critters, my favorite part. First, we're going to do kitty cats because this is a very special kitty. And number one, calicos, as you know, Brett, are pretty coveted by a lot of people. And they're very, very sweet kitties generally. And how old is she? She's little.
Yeah, she's just about 8 weeks.
I know.
Ready to be out in a new home off of Mama, and she arrived to us as a stray.
Wait a minute. This little baby was a stray just running around without anyone caring for it.
Exactly. And
thank you, Brett, from me for taking care of this little baby.
She came in kind of rough shape. She had a little abscess on the front of her neck, which we were able to treat, and she's just been a little fighter from the get-go. She's been started on her vaccination series, was dewormed, and her name is Dust.
Dust, I hear ya. She'll be a medium-coated cat, I think, too.
Yep.
She's not going to be short, but certainly not the long flowing coat. She's got the prettiest whiskers. I don't think our viewers can appreciate how curly they are. And as you pointed out, her little ears match them, too.
Yeah,
so
little tufts in the ear.
she's purring away in my arms, too. One of the things that I just want to mention is how easy cats are to care for generally. It doesn't mean they don't require any care. But, you know, if you're looking for a pretty low-maintenance pet, kittens are entertaining as they play. They do become cats, but they're pretty easy. You feed them and clean their litter boxes, and they'll love you right back, no doubt about it.
You bet.
Very pretty kitten. Tell me about the adoption fee at Springdale.
We have a $40 adoption fee. That, again, includes microchip, rabies vaccination, all their shots, deworming. And then if it's a cat or a kitten that's under 3 months old, we'll pre-collect a spay-neuter deposit. We utilize low-cost spay-neuter clinics.
Perfect.
So they'll do a cat spay for $25, so you'd be looking at $65.
Total adoption fee.
Total adoption fee on
That's
her.
all vaccines and the worming, and it's a very good price
Pretty
for
good
a new.
package.
That's a good package deal, Brett. No doubt about it. You got to go up, sweetie, because we got one other kitten to show off. And you know, maybe calico isn't your thing, and maybe medium coat isn't your thing, Brett. As you know, their cats come in all sizes, shapes, colors. And this is a beautiful kitten, too. We call these tuxedos. They're the black and white. And tell me about him or her. I don't even
They're
know.
both. Everybody I've brought today is a female, so that is a female too. And we have this one at 5 months of age. Came in as a stray as well. A citizen brought the cat through the front door. That's a big thing to remember too. You know, a lot of people will have cats as outdoor-only pets. They're really more vulnerable to either being trapped, captured, or injury. We really encourage people to try to keep their cats in. Most cats, if they're properly house-trained and given an appropriate scratching post,
They're
very content inside and much safer that way. And that way they don't end up in the shelter. Again, with the microchip, that's one more measure to get them back.
Or end up at the vet clinic with hit by car, the neighbor dog heard it, that kind of thing. You bet. So adoption fee would be the same for this little kitty then?
Same deal. On the cats that are over 3 months, we actually shuttle them to the vet first.
Excellent.
So we would make an appointment at the vet, and then they would generally pick the animal up the next day from the vet to be picked up and everything taken care of. So.
And spaying and neutering is such an important part of pet ownership. You know, certainly when we consider getting a pet, we have to consider the emotional attachment, the financial part of it. And part of that financial is getting him spayed or neutered. There's too many animals in the world and we can't find homes, Brett. That's why we're here. We can't find homes for them all.
Yeah, it's the responsible thing to do, and your pet will be happier and healthier for it.
Much, much, much healthier and happier. Beautiful kitten, beautiful eyes. Just need someone to love on it, huh?
Yep.
Yep. And for the $65 package on a cat, I can't tell you, oh, there you go, what a good price that is. So maybe cats aren't your gig. Springdale Animal Services have something for you, too. We have the cutest little chunky monkey puppy I've seen in a while. Come here, Chunky. I know your name's not Chunky. This is such a bundle of love. My goodness. Tell us about her. Look at that tail going.
That is Bella. And again, another stray. We'd be surprised how many packs of stray puppies we get brought in. And again, a lot of times that's the case. Other times it's a breeding that they can't find places for the pets, so they bring them into us. So bottom line is we need to take them in and get them safe.
It's like having a baby loose on the street. You know, this puppy wouldn't have any idea where to get food, water, and shelter.
And this one came in with a litter mate. We have her aged at about 10 weeks old. We believe she's Welsh Springer Spaniel. And, you know, anytime we get these in as stray, we're eyeballing it and giving it our best guess.
Sure.
Definitely some Spaniel in there. She's got a beautiful coat.
She does.
And a lot of great whiskers as well. She came in on the 9th of this month, so she really just became available for adoption. So
she's absolutely as cute as they come, friendly and happy. Dogs do require a little more care, just in that they need a little more mental and physical stimulation from their owners. But boy, you can't come by a best friend any easier than to get a dog, no doubt about it.
The bonding,
you just love people.
They're bonding so quick, and again, with these puppies, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So if you put a little planning and time into good basic training and socialization, you'll end up with a great dog. And you know, we have a lot of adult dogs too that the work's already been put into them.
You don't have the puppy stage to go through and all the chewing. Adoption fee on a dog, Brett?
Same deal, $40 adoption fee. If we can get them into the low-cost spay-neuter clinic to get them altered, it's I think a $35 fee for males or
Pretty
females.
good.
It can vary up to another $60 depending on where we get them into. But again, of all the fees we collect, $20 stays at the shelter and the rest is going to cover vet costs. So.
Last but not least, I tell you, it surprises me when a dog like this is at a shelter because this is such an adoptable dog. And I suspect that unless our viewers get on the phone and call right now, that this one won't be there very long. I certainly hope so. Tell us about her.
Well, this is Dreamy. We have her in
Dreamy.
In between a year and 2 years of age. Her teeth are in real good shape, but again, as they get a little bit older, they'll show a little tartar. So
sure.
Again, we're kind of guessing at age with that. But she came in as a stray to us at the end of last month, and surprisingly, nobody's claimed her. She's a very gentle soul. Again, being young enough that she's going to give years and years of companionship to somebody, but the amount of involvement and work to put in initially is not much. She just wants somebody to love and somebody to cuddle up with. And
she's got to be maybe 7 or 8 pounds. She's a little terrier mix or Chihuahua terrier mix, I would say.
Yeah.
Low shedding dog. This really, number one, she's small. You can't have much hair shed off a dog this size. But I think she'll be a low shedder. And again, Springdale Animal Services, if you have a pet maybe already, you certainly encourage people then to bring that pet with them to meet the new pet.
You bet. Keeley's Fund donated some improvements to the front, and we have this meet and greet adoption education room. So if you come in, we'll go over the introduction, and it allows the pets to meet on kind of a neutral territory rather than bringing a dog home and throwing it in the yard with a dog that thinks it needs to defend its space. So it's a good way to test things out. And most dogs, if you're going to have a bad reaction, it's pretty obvious pretty quickly.
Pretty quick.
This dog, again, is so mellow and gentle. And the coat you mentioned, easy maintenance. It looks a little coarse. It doesn't feel coarse at all. She's very soft.
Very soft coat. Beautiful little dog, would make a perfect companion for someone. And it amazes me that anyone would think this dog would be okay running around on the streets by herself. And so I thank you again for taking her in and taking care of her. I really appreciate that.
We're glad to do it.
One of the things that the shelters do for us animal lovers is take care of those that can't take care of themselves. So appreciate it.
Glad to be there.
You got it. We'll be right back in just a minute.
He's not
Ready?
sure.
All right. Movie. Sounds like slingshot. Flying bird. Flying bird.
It's definitely a romantic
Wait
comedy.
beneath my wing. No,
You drink
Shirt Man. The Heart Attack sequel.
Going down.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Music loud, feel me warm, being kicked around since I was born. It's all right. I don't hate, and you may look the other way, but we can try to understand.
This ever happened to you? Harmless game of charades based on film titles turning into a sudden cardiac event? Bam! Shaklacky! No? What? Think you're better than me? Well, it happens, all right? It's a real-life situation! I got my daughters here, call 911, push hard and fast, okay? Focus! And yes, the beat of staying alive really works. Shama!
Disco can save lives. Yes, disco, huh? Check it out. What do you think? What? Dance party!
Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
Deborah Grodecka is a highly qualified dog behavior professional with extensive experience as a trainer and behavior specialist. She has earned the title of Certified Pet Dog Trainer from the Certification Council of Pet Dog Trainers and is the founder of Every Dog Can Incorporated.
Welcome back to our training segment on All Pets Considered. If you were with us last week, you may remember that I showed you some of the more intermediate behaviors that I teach in my Level 2 dog training class at Every Dog Can. And tonight we're going to treat you to a little bit more of what we do in that class. I have Mr. Riley here, who's a 9-month-old Welsh Terrier who is active, not wanting to stay around very much because he wants to get to going. We're going to work on what we call the greeting behaviors with people and dogs that are part of the requirements for passing the American Kennel Club's Canine Good Citizen Test. Now, the Canine Good Citizen Test is one of the few activities that the AKC opens to all dogs, mixed breeds as well as purebred dogs. Anybody that wants to show the world that they have a beautifully trained dog should really work to complete and pass the Canine Good Citizen Test. So tonight we're going to show you a few of the behaviors that go into making a good canine citizen. So they're going to walk towards each other with their dogs on leash, and they're going to stop in the middle of the room, and they're going to exchange pleasantries, greet each other, Allison and Paul. And the rule is that their dogs cannot jump up on them, nor can they jump up on each other. Okay? Meaning the dogs can't jump up on each other. Okay? So we'll give this a try and see how this goes. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
All right. Come on, Loki. Come on, Loki. Let's go for a walk.
Very nice. So take a moment, and your dogs can greet. They just can't jump up on each other. And the dogs
So nice to see you.
Very nice to see you.
Very good.
Very nice. Good job. Because obviously you want to be able to walk down the street with your dog and stop and talk to somebody along the way and not have your dog body slam them. Very nicely done. Okay. Now, Allison and Riley, why don't you step out, and we'll have Deb and Oliver step in, and we'll try this now with Loki and Paul, and Deb and Oliver. And this is all about teaching your dog to stay nicely focused on you. Okay?
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Stop in the middle.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
It's good meeting you again.
Good
And it's
meeting you.
perfectly fine for Loki to sniff Oliver and Oliver to sniff. They just can't engage in play.
Let's go. Good dog.
Nicely done. Very polite greeting. Very nice. So as you can see, this is pretty advanced behavior for such young dogs. Loki is only 6 months. Oliver's 8 months. Their owners have been working with these dogs day after day, week after week, for many, many months. The first place you start is to get your dog focusing on your face. Because if the dog is attentive to you, then as another dog or person approaches, the dog is much less likely to turn their attention and jump on the other person or the other dog. So the very important thing is to start teaching attention, just as you see Deb doing here with Oliver. She spent a lot of time working with Oliver, as well as she walks him all over downtown Rogers. She goes into many local businesses with Oliver, socializing him, but mostly teaching him that even in really exciting places, he needs to stay calm and under control. Now, let's put Paul and Loki on the spot here. Now, Paul, tell us, what have you done since Loki was 9 weeks old to get this kind of response from him? Tell it like it is. Is this something that happened overnight?
No, this takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of effort, and you have to approach it with that in mind. But if you realize who you're working with, and they're probably smarter than you are, just learning how to deal with the dogs and not set them up to fail. If you can set them up to succeed, and learning to do that as a human is difficult to do. It's what makes a dog trainer a good dog trainer once they understand that. So a lot of time, a lot of effort, and of course loving your animals makes it a lot easier, real easy to do too.
And making it really fun too.
Yes, a lot
because
of
look
fun.
at this face. He obviously thinks this is just another game. He plays with Paul. He plays the attention game.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Well done.
Good dog.
5 people must greet your dog without jumping up on them. Now, polite greetings, especially with a dog this size, are really important. Could you imagine if I came up to Oliver and he body slammed me? And this is one of the #1 behaviors that people are always complaining about with their dogs. How do I get my dog to not jump up on me? Well, in our classes, we teach the way you get a dog to not jump up is to give him the right thing to do, which is to plant that butt on the ground and sit, or know that he has to keep all 4 feet planted on the floor. So I'll do the first approach with Oliver, and I'm going to just borrow one of, is this one of your homemade treats, Deb? Oh, Deb's really great with that. Okay, so I'm going to approach Oliver and see if he will not jump up on me. Hey, Oliver. What a good job, Oliver. What a good boy. Yes, beautifully done. Through lots of repetition, Oliver has learned that the approach of a person is his signal to plant that butt on the ground and sit. Well done. Okay, Lucas, do you want to try approaching Oliver? So that's one person, one successful approach, and here comes Lucas.
Hey, Oliver. Sit. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? Good. Oh, it's a
Good job. Excellent. Good job. Okay, Ellen. Now Ellen's going to approach. That's 2 successful. Oh, good boy. And with a big dog like Oliver, you know, sitting is not that easy for him. He has to move a big body around. And so this dog is really motivated to sit. Allison? Can you do an approach to Oliver?
Oliver, sit.
Hi, Oliver.
Sit.
Hi, can you sit? Oh, good boy. Yes, good.
And you know, you can see Allison has a real sparkly personality, so she really excites Oliver, and he was really saying, whoa, I'm not sure I can do this, but he kept 4 on the floor, and that's the important thing. At least he didn't jump up. So excellent. Good job. Okay, one more approach. Paul, if you could go and approach Oliver, that would be awesome.
All right.
Good boy.
Coming at you.
Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Oliver. Sit. Good.
Very nice. Now, it's perfectly legitimate for the owner to take control of the situation. Okay, because he's a young dog, he's still in training, so he doesn't get it perfect every single time. So Deb helps him. She reminds him what she wants him to do in this situation, which is sit. Great job. All right, Oliver and Deb, good job. So I hope you can see how worthwhile it is to train your dog to pass some of the tests on the Canine Good Citizen test. You know, nobody wants a 150-pound dog like Mr. Oliver here, like he will be when he's full grown. He's only 8 months now, to jump all over them or to jump on their dog when they're out walking on leash. So it's really important to train your dog to sit politely and wait while you have a chat with another person. So thanks for joining us. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy Belknap with some summer healthcare tips for your outdoor dog. Water is simply the most important thing we can remind you of in the summer. Fresh, clean water, provided at least twice a day in a non-tip bowl. Dehydration can be deadly, and it's certainly no fun to be thirsty. Your pet's eating habits may change as well. Eating during the hot part of the day is certainly not recommended. So we always recommend that you provide food for your pet early in the morning and again later in the evening. Don't leave food out all day. It can attract bugs and insects. And leaving food out all night attracts wild animals and perhaps predators. And shelter is important for our pets in the summer. Shelter from the sun certainly keeps them from overheating and provides comfort. Remember, when you look at your pet's environment, what is available as shade in the morning isn't always available as shade throughout the day. Make sure your pet has shelter from the sun throughout the day. Your dog's exercise needs to be modified in the summer as well. Walking a dog in the heat of the day is not good for it. It can burn the pads of their feet if they're on cement or pavement. Make sure that your dog gets mental and physical stimulation in the summer, but do it early in the morning and later in the evening. And no list could be complete without the reminder that no dog should be left in a car in the summer unattended. Any small enclosure and small area without adequate air circulation overheats very quickly. It certainly can become an oven in seconds, in minutes, and many animals die from that every year. We want to make sure your pet stays healthy and has a great summer, so take good care and remember they have feelings too. Well, Brett, I've chosen the two I want to take home with me today. You might have to take my husband in exchange, but he's a nice guy, so it could work out for you. Certainly one of your volunteers. Just review again who you brought. I hope they all find homes, and how are we going to get hold of you?
You bet. You have Dust and Split over there. We've got Bella down below, still in the cage, and then Dreamy. All of them are available for adoption right now. So we're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays from noon to 6, and then Saturdays 9 to 1. So you can also reach us by phone at 750-8163 or 750-8166. And again, I encourage people, if they haven't seen something that interests them today, go on petfinder.com, look up City of Springdale Animal Services, and there'll be lists of animals that they can peruse.
And if you can't adopt, consider giving a portion of your time to help an animal that's there already. I mean that. If any of our viewers need to get hold of our training expert, Deborah Grodecka, they can at her website, everydogcan.com, or by giving her a call at 479-925-3000. That's it for tonight's show. As always, if you didn't see the pet that's right for you, don't be afraid to drop by one of our local animal shelters and find the pet that's right for you. Thank you so much to all of our viewers. We hope to see all of you next week for All Pets Considered.